Well, I mentioned this the other day on my server. I was going to finally talk about it. And of course, I've been asked numerous times to talk about it. And of course, since I'm now rendering the 2019 Anaheim event for MTWS, I thought I'd finally do a video on Monster Jam Steel Titans. Which, geez, just like Pokemon Sword and Shield, that is one of the most stupidest names I could think of. But anyways, it's the new game that's coming out June 25th. Funny enough, that's my dead grandparents' 70th anniversary. And it's coming out for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So the only way I can get it is through Steam if it comes out for that, which I'm sure it would. Now, of course, since it's been like 2-something weeks or whatever since the first trailer was revealed and more info on the game was revealed, everyone has been fawning all over it. The commentary server of mine is just busting a nut over this game. Now, I had the exact opposite feeling of it. I keep telling everyone when it brings this up, don't get too excited about the games. You should have low expectations. That way, if you're going to be disappointed, you won't be as disappointed. Funny enough, that's the exact same feeling I have for Monster Jam right now. So, from what I've seen so far of the game, it's literally exactly what I expected, and it doesn't meet my standards. First off, the obvious. For fuck's sake, the models aren't the correct size, the frames aren't the correct size, and no, it's not, you're just disrespectful. No, it's very obvious, you can't deny it. The models and the frames are not the right size. And also, funny enough, especially like in terms of Gravedigger, not only do they look like literally the same models from the previous games, the mobile games the last bunch of years, they literally look like the same models they used from the Monster Jam game in 2007 from 12 years ago. I'm not kidding. Take a look at them. They look almost identical, especially in Gravedigger's case. And of course, the trailer kind of rubbed me the wrong way with the backflip off the protective dumpsters and that wheel that went on 2 wheels and somehow didn't break anything. But more to the point, as I already said, this game is literally no different than any of the other games. And of course, you can't make your own custom trucks, which is a massive negative compared to Path of Destruction. So yeah, I have low expectations for it, and I'm not impressed at all. And if you care about having an authentic monster truck game, you shouldn't be impressed either. Now you're probably wondering, well, what is a good monster truck game for you? I'll tell you. It's basically got to be BeamNG or Rigs of Rods. It needs to be more like a simulation, a more probably up-to-date version of like Rigs of Rods and BeamNG, which they have the money to be able to do that, unlike the Rigs of Rods and BeamNG developers. Everything needs to be realistic, and of course, more important to me, you have to be able to make your own trucks and tracks literally down to any way possible you want to make them. And that includes literally importing your own custom models and textures like we do for BeamNG, Rigs of Rods, or what I do on MTM2 for MTWS. And it also needs to support multiplayer so people can set up like their own leagues and stuff like that. And that is what the game needs for me to even consider it good. And they are not negotiable. And so far from what I've seen, I am 100% right to have low expectations for the game as they do not meet my very high standards. So, I'm not going to say I'm never going to play the game. However, I am not going to get it when it comes out at first. If I'm going to spend $40 on something, guess what I'll be using it on? I'll be getting more Aerogay, or more expansion packs for EU4, or something else that might come up, or maybe even save that money to hopefully get enough to eventually get the Switch and Pokemon Sword and Shield if they meet my expectations. And of course, I'm not impressed at all with the graphics. BeamNG in my eyes looks much better than this. And whoop-de-doo about the Collector's Edition Golden Trucks. Who gives a fuck? They're not special. It's just another way to steal money from you. So yeah, those are my thoughts of Steel Titans. I'm not impressed whatsoever, and I'm not gonna buy or play it anytime soon. BeamNG, Rigs of Rods, hell, even MTM2 in my eyes is still vastly superior to these games that they make. God damn it, why is it so hard for us to get an authentic realistic simulation of a monster truck physics. I'll never understand why it's so hard when it should be something so easy.